Jeremiah 1 and 2. Jeremiah was God's prophet to Judah. His message was repent and turn to God or be punished. He was rejected and scorned for bringing the uncompromised word of the Lord, but he was obedient. He is also often referred to as the weeping prophet because he literally wept over his brothers and sisters who would not repent and the resulting punishment. Strong but sensitive. May we also be this. The Lord spoke to Jeremiah, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you or set you apart for this. I have appointed you a prophet to the nations. Absolutely called of God, and obviously he answered the call. Jeremiah said to the Lord, I do not know how to speak because I am a youth. But the Lord said, do not be afraid. I am with you to deliver you. And the Lord stretched out his hand and touched my mouth and said, I have put my words in your mouth. Are God's words in your mouth? God showed Jeremiah a rod of an almond tree, which is one of the first to blossom, saying, I am watching over my word to perform it. God is beginning the fulfillment of his word. Next, he shows him a boiling pot, indicating that Babylon will come from the north to overflow as judgment on Jerusalem. God says, tell them, they will fight against you, but they will not overcome you, for I am with you to deliver you. Ask them, what injustice did your fathers find in me, that they went far from me and walked after emptiness and became empty? My people have changed their glory for that which does not profit. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and the dread of me is not in you. You have lain down as a harlot. The stain of your iniquity is before me. How can you say, I am not defiled? Let your so-called God save you. Why do you contend with me? O generation, heed the word of the Lord. My people have forgotten me. I will enter into judgment with you because you say, I have not sinned. Wow, folks, this is good for us to ponder on ourselves. If this is true in your own life, hear God today and repent. 1 Timothy 3, now Paul talks about this God-designed leadership in the church. If a man, note this, aspires to the office of overseer, another word for that would be bishop or elder or pastor, it is a fine work he desires to do. Then he must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, a one-woman man, temperate, prudent, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not addicted to wine or pugnacious, which means belligerent and quarrelsome, but gentle, peaceable, free from the love of money, managing his own household well, not a new convert, and having a good reputation outside the church. Quite a list, and no one does this perfectly, but this should characterize the elder's life. Deacons likewise must be men of dignity, not double-tongued, which means two-faced, addicted to wine or covetous. They should first be tested and then let them serve if they are beyond reproach. Check them out first and don't do this hastily. Women must likewise be dignified, not malicious gossips, but temperate, faithful in all things. This could be referring to the women that elders and deacons take as wives, or it may refer to women serving in the role of deaconess. Phoebe is mentioned in Romans 16 using the word diakonos as a servant of the church. A deacon must also be a one-woman man, a good manager of his own household and children. Paul says he's writing these things to Timothy so he will know how one ought to conduct himself in the household of God, the church. This is what church leadership should look like. Remember that it's an order thing, not a better than thing.